Here's the true understanding. You don't have to go to Kirk Cameron or these people that have no authority in teaching the Bible on what is left behind. We're going to read the truth on what the true doctrine of left behind. Read the 23rd verse for me again.
He that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself.
So first of all, he that shall endure the peril in the time that he kept himself. So the true teachers of the Most High, the true leaders, will have to go through, will need to go through perils first. Read.
They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty.
So those that have works and faith towards the Almighty will do what? Fall in dangers. To let you know, those that follow Christ, they're here to take down Satan's world. Satan knows it, so he will try to take them out. How can he do that if the church been raptured into heaven? And how can we do our work to take down Satan's powers in this earth if we're floated into heaven? No, we have to go through dangers. Read.
Know this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead.
Read that again.
Know this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead.
They that are left behind is better than those that be dead. So those that are here, we're going to see the day of the coming of our Lord and fight through dangers. Okay? So them telling you that you're going to be floated somewhere while the Antichrist is here? No. If you belong to Christ, you have a job to do. And Satan understands it, and he will try to stop you. Read.
This is the meaning of the vision. Whereas thou sawest a man coming up from the midst of the sea.
Jesus Christ, read.
The same is he whom God the highest hath kept a great season, which by his own shall deliver his creature.
So through Christ, his creation will be delivered. Read.
And he shall order them that are left behind.
He will do what?
And he shall order them that are left behind.
Christ will guide us that's here. Christ is going to guide us that's left behind here to fight his cause in this earth. What work can I do if I done floated into heaven somewhere? I have to be here to help our people go through Jacob's trouble. Read.
And that he held, and whereas thou sawest that out of his mouth there came a blast of wind and fire and storm, and that he held neither sword nor any instrument of war, but that the rushing in of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. This is the interpretation.
This is the interpretation. Read on.
Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth.
Hold up, they floated up in the sky.
Behold, the days come when the Most High will deliver them that are upon the earth.
That are upon the earth. Read.
And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another.
Sounds like what's going on now, right? We're in tribulation right now. So you don't have to worry about a 7-year period of tribulation that's not even written of in the Bible. We're in tribulation. All these wars that the Bible is speaking of is happening. Read.
And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I showed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending.
Go ahead.
And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another, and innumerable multitudes shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting.
So when Christ comes back, all the nations are going to join together to try to fight against him. Yes, the Europeans, Chinese, Japanese, the Hamitic nations, even the Arabs, even though right now they are against each other, but they have a common enemy. Christ coming back to subdue the earth, to give power back to his people. And guess what? These people are being changed, not to be floated into heaven. They're being changed to become part of Christ's army and subdue the earth. And the Lord needs to change their bodies so that they can fight and take all the weapons from you nations. That's why their bodies will be changed from mortal to immortal. Want us to prove that? Let's go Joel, the 2nd chapter. You think the Lord is going to change their bodies so that they can be hid somewhere in heaven? No. They're coming to earth. Those that are following Christ that will be changed will be on this earth, subduing the earth, taking down the earth. How do we know that? Let's go to Joel 2, and let's start at the 1st verse.
Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Go ahead.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
The day of the Lord. Talking about the coming of Christ. Go ahead.
A day of darkness and of gloominess.
A day of what?
A day of darkness and a day of gloominess.
So anybody that's waiting for someone to come down and skip through some pastures and think that Christ's going to come and say, I want to love all of you. Let me tell you, the day of the Lord is total darkness. He's not coming here for peace. Read.
A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness.
Go ahead.
As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Nothing shall escape those that Christ will set up in this earth, that will be changed to immortal. We'll show you. Read.
The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array.
Set in what?
Set in battle array.
So those that are changed are coming back for battle with Christ. They're coming back to battle. Read.
Before their faces the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men.
Like what?
Like mighty men.
Go ahead.
They shall climb the wall of men like men of war, and they shall march every one on his way, and they shall not break their ranks.
So when they're changed to these immortal bodies, they will not break their ranks. They're here to take down George Bush. They're here to take down the powers of Russia, the powers of Persia, the Queen of England. All their faces will be turned to blackness, including the Pope, who the Lord will destroy with the brightness of his coming. Read.
Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
You see that? These bodies are going to be so great that even if you try to shoot these bodies, try to stab these bodies, no weapon formed shall prosper. They shall fall on a sword. It won't even wound them. That's an immortal body. That's a great army that's coming to take down this army. The armies of this earth. Read.
They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army.
Before his what?
Before his army.
The Lord is coming with an army. He's not coming to float the church up into heaven. When you're changed, you will become a part of his ranks to take down the earth. Read.
For his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great.
What?
For the day of the Lord is great.
It's the day of the Lord, man. Read.
For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it?
Who can abide in this day?